evening, my name's Alex Campbell.
My name's Amanda Tapping.
And you're watching Examining the Expanse. So the last episode ended with this fucking great, high tension, incredibly suspenseful sequence of them flying through the wing, with the ring.
The wing.
The wing. The West Wing. I'm always crediting the Expanse with great pacing and suspense, but like the finale of the last episode was so well edited, it was so quick, there's so much fucking going on. So now they're through the ring.
Well, it's amazing the catalyst for so much happening.
Yeah.
You know, they're all sort of staring at the ring that's just come open with that great moment with the belter.
Yeah, Manao.
Yeah. Right, and then it all sort of ratchets up and to like get them to go through the ring.
Yeah.
To get them to go through the ring and have all the sort of tension and all the stakes and stuff is, it's really great.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel contrived.
No, and this event like completely shifts the fabric of the show and everything as well. You look at like the culture of Mars and how they've built up this generational terraforming, and then the ring opens up and it's like none of that means anything anymore.
Which is great. That's so fucking. That's a hell of a
plot device just to keep it fresh and interesting. That's what you want in a show, because you know, like, you go through, how many times can you go through the motions before it becomes repetitive and then you're done?
Well, yeah, how long can you have like the sort of Mars and Earth like military build up and political tension before it gets really, really old, really quick, you know?
But they didn't get to that point. They're like, let's just fucking throw it up in the air and change it all completely and utterly, which is great. Because that is the downfall of so many shows. They run out of story ideas.
Yeah.
You get to a point and it's like, all right, we're done. I wonder if later on down the track in the books they like are able to that degree change the fabric of the show, mix it up again.
Well, so I mean, they already set up. It seems like they've set up, you know, all this other crazy stuff, which is a whole different level. Like, you know, just in the preceding episodes, you know, digging around on the planet and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, the show starts anew after this.
It's like now we're
now we're Stargate and we're exploring planets. So like they could go with that for another 3 seasons before they need to fucking make it fresh again.
Yeah. Well, so they're literally just scratching the surface of whatever the new you know whatever the new adversary or story device is going to be.
Yeah. They could definitely keep it fresh for.
Well, I mean,
season.
If I'm interested to see for them to unravel what's happening, right? For them to discover what's happening.
Yeah, the origin of these fucking gate builders and
what's the enemy and what's the
If they're going to go in that direction, it might just be left mysterious.
When is it when they come out of the gate or whatever? Like in the next few episodes, Holden in between when they're transitioning and he sees the black smoke or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I feel like that's you know, that
set up.
Yeah. Well, that I wouldn't want to be left in the dark about what the actual, like, I want the context of what's happening with all this stuff. I want that to all be resolved.
Yeah.
I don't want another White Walker scenario where it's like you have no idea what happened.
True. That's horribly unsatisfying.
Isn't it?
Why were they leaving those fucking detailed patterns of bodies in the snow, Steve?
There's heaps of videos like that. Oh, I don't know, for dramatic effect. Why were they turning babies into things? And why were they doing things? Yeah, so I don't want it unresolved.
No, that's fair enough.
Well, that's kind of the thing with the sci-fi, and I guess to a lesser degree fantasy, right? Is that if you set up a mystery, if you keep setting up a mystery and then like with the jellyfish and all that sort of stuff, that was the next. They resolved it, but then they introduced new stuff, and it's like, okay, well, I want you to resolve it. You know, I'm interested.
That satisfaction from the reveal. Yeah, that's fair enough. So presumably they will go into all of that mythology.
Unless they get cancelled.
Again.
I don't know. It seems like it's kind of maybe a plot hole, right? And it more sort of that plot hole becomes apparent in the next couple episodes. So they had the film crew, right? And they sabotaged the Rossi.
Yeah.
Or the cameraman sabotaged the Rossi on behalf of the Mao family.
Yeah.
Unknowingly. So Amos kicks him out the airlock to go to the Mars ship, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, so nothing ever came of that. You know, so the cameraman rightly acknowledged that, he stuffed it all up.
Yeah.
He's the sole reason that this is happening. Well, you know, what happened? They got to the ship, right? That happened. We know that happened because you see them later. They just didn't tell anybody anything.
Yeah, I don't remember what happens in the show, and I'm not that far into it in the book. I guess there is no resolution. I know, like, the Rossi crew's name gets dragged out of the mud. They come to the realization that the message was a fake and whatnot, so some resolution with that. But as to what happens to that camera crew and what their repercussions are,
well, it seems to me like, in the context of what's happened before in the show, it would have been perfectly normal for them to rock up to the ship and for them to be like, for them to be detained and talked to by somebody higher up and be like, what the hell's happening over there? And, you know, either A, the cameraman says nothing, or B, he's like, it wasn't their fault, they didn't do it.
He implicates, what's her name?
And
Clarissa,
and then you know, there's a debate between the high people, you know, about should we believe them and this and that and everything else, right? That seems like that would have been part of the course. But instead they disappear into the void and I get picked up by the ship and then nothing, you know.
Yeah, nothing comes of it. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, and if they had explained what the sabotage, then you wouldn't have had the tension with bloody Bobby and the crew going out to get Holden and then right? So, because they were still pursuing them.
I presume there's some type of fucking resolution in the book, because the book is like 22 hours and this is like 8 episodes. So I look forward to that.
It's time to go.
Hey, wait! Make sure you tell them we didn't blow up the Sangyun. Tell them what really happened, please.
I'm like halfway through the 3rd book now. Holden has just put his hand into the thing and it's explained all the shit he was seeing. And he was experiencing being like several different universes and shit. And he comes back and talking with his mouth, like these flapping meat things. He can't understand it. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Had
an ego death transformative experience.
The ultimate acid trip. The behemoth too. It's a great fucking ship because it's just built from intimidation, and they go into this in high detail in the books. Like, it's utterly unfunctional as a warship. They've just got this big fucking intergenerational church, basically.
All the life support, it's mostly life support systems and agricultural systems.
It's got all these big empty spaces in it they can't utilize. Even the way it's designed to drive, it's supposed to just drive constantly at fucking low speed. But when they're zipping around, it's not designed for this. There's a moment where the Rossi scans it and they're like, if they actually fire those pulse cannons, it's gonna bend the frame of it in and shit. So it's the Millennium Falcon, where the ship has character and personality. It's all fucked up and
the behemoth is the Belters, right? Strapping giant guns to it. Repurposing a giant life ship. Is exactly the Belters.
That is exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to be legitimate, but they're just not there yet. They're just using violence as a tool to try and seem like a legitimate nation.
They're space savages.
They're pirates and farmers and vagabonds.
Which is great. I love that.
They're probably my favourite fucking culture. And then we get that famous roaring speech from
which is cool. That's a cool moment.
Drama.
But I feel like Beltalada. Yeah, you think you'll feel fear, and it's like, I'm pretty sure I do feel fear, right? Like, I am. Excuse me, Captain.
Can I leave?
I am afraid.
I don't want to enter the fucking eye of the universe. I'm hoping with a stick.
Yeah. I'm not going to the unknown today. No. I'm fine. That's what I said to you. I'd be out the airport.
Well, there was a deserter in this episode who gets tased.
On the
UN ship.
The UN ship.
Yeah, whatever it was called. He's like, I came out here to fucking fight Martians and dusters, not to fucking
whatever that is.
Fly through this fucking monstrosity of the unknown.
Do you feel safe? Lock me up on Titan. I'm not going through that thing.
Tase him, drag him through.
Well, they have the priest guy or whatever that was with the religious group that was on the ship, and what's her face is
Anne.
he's like, come on, let's be with me and be part of this moment. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
God is not here.
I said to you, and you should cut in a clip of that. Right, if I was that guy, I would be like, "You're all gonna die!" Out of Zulu. For that.
You're all going to die! Don't you realize? Can't you see? You're all going to die!
The only thing that I see within that ring is more darkness and blood. At the foot of a false idol. I was wrong before. God is not with us out here.
I don't blame him. Fuck that. I'll watch it from a screen. And the ones that left were the smart ones, as we come to find out.
Well, the people in the ring are entering a world of fucking pain and despair.
Blood. Lots of blood.
So in this episode, it's the big reveal of Clarissa Mal.
Yeah.
In the book, straight up at the end of her first chapter, it's just like she's the daughter of Mal. She's after Holden. But in the show, it kind of holds a little bit of mystery.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not a big reveal or anything, but they don't let you know what is fucking happening. And in the show, it makes sense. It's like writing 101. You make your villains sympathetic, so they're not just mustache twirling evil. It's like she's trying to win the love of her dad. Her dad didn't respect her. He respects Julie for her gumption, and then he's like, "What do? You plan parties."
Piece of shit.
So she's trying to earn his respect and love.
Well, I love that moment. I think it was in either the previous episode or the one before where they introduced her and she's on that junker ship or whatever with the engineering dude, and he's a sort of fatherly figure role to her, taking her under his wing and helping her, and it's like. Then she brutally murders him, and it's like, that's cool.
Well, in the book, there's no sympathy for her. They're not playing she's trying to earn the love of her dad card. It's like she's got the implants in her head, right? And they hint at the fact that they're possibly leaking. So when she activates it, she goes into fucking rage mode. But then she goes through all these things and she's like, are they leaking? Am I going insane?
Yeah.
With Ren, she kills him and then she puts him in her locker and she seals him up with this foam. So she's got this rotting body in her fucking room and she's paranoid about being discovered. There's a point where she needs to leave the ship because she's going to blow it up. So she's taking it all out and the rotten, putrefied goo. And she's just I don't feel much about this.
Okay, yeah. So she's in the book, she's more like a sociopath.
Yeah. And then when the slow zone changes again and everyone gets mangled, there's this moment with this mangled fucking body. Help me. And she gets this subtle impulse. She's like, I should kiss him. And then she's like, no. I'm disgusted by him. She's just she's more unhinged and fucking crazy.
She refuses to be stopped, even by me. What do? Plan parties.
Yeah, well, I guess they didn't have time to really go.
No, she gets one of the main fucking point of view chapters in the book. It's her, Bull, who's a character that's not in the show at all, Anne and Holden. So you get fucking 10 or so chapters from her perspective
Well,
and all the shit she's gone
Her
through.
motivations make sense.
Yeah, completely and utterly. They set it up beautifully in the show.
You know, you've got all this sort of flashback history of her maligned relationship with her father.
Her family's been disgraced, and
so she's got like daddy issues, but then now he's locked up in jail, and it's Holden's fault. And she's got like, and as we go forward, she's got like this, and you even see it when she's discussing Holden, like, oh yeah, he loves the limelight and all that. She's got this perception of Holden.
Yeah, because he's like a celebrity.
He's like a celebrity, and it's like, oh man, he's so full of himself. He thinks he can just do whatever he wants. Blah blah blah. And it's like,
threw my family to the wolves.
Yeah, which, you know, fuck them.
I mean, Jules Pierre kind of got a bit of an evil streak there.
He kind of asked for it, you know.
Experimenting on children and shit.
It's like he didn't get turned into blood vapor by bloody Amos.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
very easily happened. So yeah, great character motivations, just setting up that sympathy for her in the show. But in the book, she's just fucking twisted, more twisted.
Yeah.
There's this great scene in The Sopranos where this guy named Coco, he like approaches Tony Soprano's daughter and he sexually implies all this stuff with her, and then Tony goes to this restaurant and like curve stomps him.
Yeah.
I watched it the other night, and the thing that struck me was Tony goes in and beats the shit out of this guy with the back of a gun, and then this other guy sitting at the table like, Tony, don't do this. No. This is stupid. You shouldn't go through with this. And it's not so much Tony curve stomping this guy, but it's like Gandolfini's intensity when he's talking to the other guy. The guy's like, Tony, don't do this, you can't go through this. And Gandolfini's just like, shut the fuck up. And like, he just embodies this intensity and extreme nature. Yeah. And you believe him. And yeah, Wes Chapman is able to tap into that completely and utterly. The Amos actor.
Oh yes, with the film crew guy.
Those moments where he's threatening them, you can believe it 100%.
Yeah, he's got a screwdriver to what's her face, and he's like, shh.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
You did this, so you're gonna have to answer for it. I'm gonna ask you this once, and then I'm gonna kill her.
I watched his interview with his casting director, and he was talking about that. He was talking about like trying to cast the right actor for the right role, and like you get these big, beefy, huge guys, but sometimes like you just don't believe their violence. Like they try to act in a certain way, and it's like, nah, I don't buy it. I don't believe they're violent.
They're being too over dramatic, or they're being too.
Or they just don't have it in their eyes or their soul or whatever. But I believe that fucking Amos.
It's totally it is
at any moment.
The film crew is in danger. From this guy, right? They're in fucking danger.
One of our heroes. It's like threatening to stab her in the neck with a screwdriver.
How do I fix my ship?
We don't know.
Let him answer.
Answer me!
But then he never goes. Well, maybe once or twice he does, but he never goes over the edge of like being unreasonable. He establishes through his own methods that the camera dude does not know what he's done.
Yeah, and maybe like season 1 Amos would have fucking destroyed them.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe just fucking choked him out or whatever.
So he is learning from his actions and progressing from a sociopath
to a regular human being to some degree.
With the biggest arms of all time.
You can't do this.
Amos, stop! Stop! You can't space now!
Yes, I can.
This ain't gonna help anything.
Help us! He's crazy!
You better button up.
Actually, Denis Villeneuve talked about the action of the how casting is more like an art form sort of deal, right?
Yeah, the actor needs to very much have all those ideals and elements of the character somewhat within them, and then the acting comes after that.
Yeah, well, it used to. I never considered the idea that casting an actor it isn't just them checking a bunch of boxes. Well, it's interesting that you bring that up. And that's how you end up with good casting, right?
Yeah.
You're able to feel it out. You're able to feel out your actors.
They've got fucking elements of the very essence of the character within them. Yeah, within that interview too with the casting director, he was from The Sopranos, and he was talking about like every new season a new antagonist would come into The Sopranos, and they'd actually like get them and test them with Gandolfini. And yeah, he'd say they'd bring him like big, huge guys that were bigger than him that like just you didn't believe like that this guy could stand up against Tony.
Yeah, well, he is the next level of like scary
intensity.
Yeah.
Tony, you're making a big fucking mistake here.
But I put a bullet in your fucking head, huh?
It's great in this episode too. Miller very easily could have been like a Deus Ex Machina on tap, but like he's constantly saving the day and giving them tips and hints.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go through the rig and he's just like, he's not there at all.
It's like, I need, I'm gonna go see if I can get some inside information. Miller! It's like, he's not there, bro.
Yeah. He's like, go through the ring, and they go to the ring and he's fucking gone. Because you can very easily do that. The same thing.
Of course you can.
Yeah, same thing with Baby Yoda and his like force powers saving the day all the time. You need to limit that. You need to limit all those elements. Otherwise, there's no tension or suspense.
I remember watching it, right? The Bounty Hunter, and overall it was okay. It didn't really interest me that much.
Yeah.
I was always interested in the sort of underbelly universe of Star Wars, but it didn't really do that too much. But yeah, I remember watching when he first picks up Baby Yoda and they go to hunt the monster or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, and Boba Fett's getting his ass kicked. Right? It is Boba Fett, isn't it?
No, but for all intents and purposes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's just the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Man with no name. He's like Clint Eastwood.
Nothing like Clint. Anyway, right? So he's getting his ass kicked by the monster.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, I hope that Baby Yoda doesn't like save the day.
Yeah.
Right, because there was no other avenue. It was like all these options were in my mind. I'm thinking of all the options that he's got, and they're all starting to peel away. It's like he's got no option, and then Baby Yoda saved him. It's like,
and then you set the precedent, so you need to undo that. So like he can't save the day every time, otherwise there's no tension.
But then shit like that happens in all the. Just keeps constantly happening, like predictable sort of Deus Ex Machina. So I think it's in like one of the final episodes where he's trying to escape the town or whatever, and he's in the firefight, and it's like, okay, so he's run out of options now. He's overwhelmed and outgunned. And then his people come, and it's like, why not just set it up with them initially, rather than like take, he's running out of options, now he's in an inescapable situation, how does he get out of it? Oh, well, here's this extra element that, just fucking shoehorn in there.
I got to a point where I realized it was like a kid's show.
It is a kid's show, yeah.
You can't view it like The Sopranos or The Expanse or anything. It's just a show to fucking get really high and watch and turn off your brain and just enjoy the visual spectacles. Yeah, you can't put any. Yeah, it's the Clone Wars basically, but live action.
Yeah, no, I do, and it's just really. It's really lazy story, right? It's funny that Your Movie Sucks on YouTube. Because he reviews a bunch of kids' films, right? But he always talks about the criticism that he gets for like dissecting these kids' movies, and says, I guess because it's a kid movie, there's no, you don't have to have any like writing standards, it can just be nonsensical garbage, right? There's no fucking standards.
There's no objective of good filmmaking anymore. It's a kid's film.
And all that all just goes out. You're not allowed to criticize it because it's a kid's film. And it's like, he's right. Like that's crap. You can't use that as
there
an
is
excuse.
Objectively good filmmaking and bad filmmaking, whether that's a child's film or not.
And the times where that crap happened in Bounty Hunter, that was lazy writing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just very basic. It's not in depth or technical. It's very surface level.
It is. There's that you can't go any deeper in sort of any sort of criticism.
Yeah, which is sad. They should do some type
But
of...
that's just Disney though now. That's just Star Wars now.
I guess, you know, it's Disney, you know?
Well, that's what's...
Disney are never gonna do a fucking MA, fucking gritty adult Star Wars.
Who was I talking to the other day and we were talking about Deadpool now is the third Deadpool is not gonna be. I wonder how much resistance they'll get from Disney to make it R-rated. You know,
whether it will even happen.
I feel like we were saying we both agreed that Ryan Reynolds would probably just like ditch the project if they tried to hammerlock the project.
He's invested enough in the project to step away if he doesn't.
Creatively, he's invested in the project. You know, we know that he cares a lot about this. You know, not only. It probably helps that that's the thing he's recognised for now. He's been elevated as an actor because of...
He should be protective of it.
That's
like the biggest fucking...
That's his bread and butter now.
Yeah.
He's been fucking Deadpool.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, I don't know how Disney would... Are they just going to integrate him into the MCU?
He should be. Well, so that's the question, right? He will... I'm pretty sure he's going to be integrated in the MCU.
You can't just delete him.
No. Well, he can't. He would add so much to the MCU.
But then can you have an Avengers movie where like he's breaking the fourth wall and he's telling Captain America he's a fucking faggot? Could you do that?
No, you couldn't do that. No, what do you mean? Is that a rhetorical question? Put it in an Avengers movie.
Eventually, if they integrate him in, he's got to be in one of the Avengers movies. Then they'd have to like dial him back from 11 to 3.
Well, I think didn't he acknowledge that in one of his movies he was in? Oh, must have been the first Deadpool. He only gets to use fuck once or something.
He
said that, right?
Yeah, the rating system.
So you know that's a thing. You can do that.
Oh, like they could bleep him and then be like, "What the boof? You bleeping it? Why are you bleeping? Oh, it's PG. You could do it creatively.
Well, where are they at now? They're at MA, aren't they? Or M15 plus movies?
Yeah, the first two MA.
So they're up there, you know.
Yeah, the Avengers movies have violence in them and whatnot. Not swearing. Not Deadpool. Maybe Deadpool.
It would either that be that or he just wouldn't appear in the Avengers movies and he would be in one of the side movies. With somebody else, right?
Yeah, just presumably what they'll do.
So
we shall see.
They're just gonna... It would almost be satisfying to see like the drama unfold with Disney trying to make it like a PG movie, because it would be like, yeah, of course that's exactly what they're gonna do. I think there were even bits and bobs where they were saying, oh no, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna try and stifle what Deadpool is. But it's like that's all just crap. Right, they just say all this stuff. It's like, no.
They just say whatever they want to say. And then the big fucking execs are like, oh, I don't know about this.
Oh, swear words, cussing.
This joke on page 33. Now, is that an implication of homosexuality? Well, here at Disney...
Let's just cross that out for the moment. Let's just cross that out.
Slowly, piece by piece, it's sanitized. They don't do it in one big swoop. They just slowly...
Well, you can't sell Deadpool action figures then, can you? if it's for the kiddies.
I mean, you can. I don't know if parents would buy them.
That's funny.
Fuck them, just have him full blown saying cunt, and then take a 10-year-old kid to it. And then...
what's cunt mean? I don't know. It's funny. It seems like a rhetorical question as if they were going to do that.
It will be funny to watch it unfold for sure. Because I'm sure it won't be a smooth process.
Oh no, it would. Well, again, as we said, Ryan Reynolds would just be like,
goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
And then like you're done.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Like nobody's gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
Right. Of course. Yeah, I go for a large amount because of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, absolutely. If Jake Gyllenhaal was Deadpool, I'd be like, I'm gonna.
Jake Gyllenhaal's a really good actor.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is really good actor. But he's not.
No, he's not Deadpool. Yeah.
He's someone else in Spider-Man. Mysterio,
yeah.
Every fucking actor is a superhero.
Oh yeah, they're bringing them all into the fold. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's a thing. They got a lot of good actors.
Yeah.
Well, how many actors that are in the MCU now that are going to be in Dune?
A few.
Brolin.
Yeah. He was Thanos and he was fucking Cable in Deadpool.
That's true,
so he plays two fucking superheroes. You got Poe Dameron from Star Wars. Who was fucking
Leto.
Yeah. Oh, I watched Doctor Sleep the other night, and the main chick in that is gonna be Jessica.
Oh, okay.
She did a good job.
What do you think of Doctor Sleep?
Yeah, it was good. They leaned into the violence and the horror way more than I thought.
They leaned into the mechanics of like,
and they're like wizards, and they're having wizard battles.
And it's like, and I was like, this is really cool. I like how they're getting into the nitty gritty of how it all works and how like the rules work. And it's a totally different movie to The Shining, but it's like the book, right? The book Doctor Sleep.
Yeah. I read up on the book after, and pretty much beat for beat it was the same thing. At the end, they leaned a bit too much into the fan service.
Oh yeah.
There was a scene where like Ewan McGregor put his head through like the hole, and then they cut to a clip from The Shining.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what that is.
I watched hey, remember The Shining?
Yes, I'm aware of The Shining.
It would have been more egregious had the rest of the movie been bad.
Yeah, but the rest of the movie was actually surprisingly good.
Yeah.
It's just like, they didn't ruin it for me. It was just a bit too.
It was a bit too
elements.
pandering.
Yeah, we don't need to see the fucking hedges. We don't need to see the house.
We've seen it. I know what it looks like. I remember.
Here's Johnny. We know. And the Jack Nicholson stuff too. Yeah, Ewan McGregor is great.
Oh yeah, he's such a.
And Rose the Hat. That's gonna be Lady Jessica.
Cool. Yeah. Well, she's a good actress.
Intense and commands like fucking intensity and charisma.
Well, sucking the souls out of people or whatever the hell they were. Sucking the Shining out of them.
A good movie.
Mm-hmm. I came back for the wrong reasons. I'm a wrong reason now.
Drama totally has a thing for Naomi. Yeah.
Oh, Naomi.
She just lets her go. I remember there was a scene in like a season 2 and they go and play squash or something, and then it cuts to like a scene of them dancing in the club together. She totally wants to pick a banger. I have this weird thing for drama, She reminds me of this girl from high school that I had a crush on. So every time I see her, I'm like,
She's got I believe it's called, it's like resting bitch face or whatever. Yeah, and she's really sort of.
Got really big teeth and stuff. She's not like conventionally hot.
No, but
she's not feminine. She kinda is feminine, but she's also kinda masculine.
Well, she's like an assertive person.
Yeah.
I like her too.
Yeah.
She's fucking.
When you see the actress offset though, she's completely different.
Yeah,
hair down, talks like a normal human.
No, I like the persona of drama, and I think it fits her well. And I like her.
Yeah. Kiss her.
That's not PG rated.
That's rude.
That's rude.
We're not here to talk about rude things.
Kissing before marriage. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to. Oh well, no, Naomi's going with Holden, right? They could be.
I mean, I would be fine with a Naomi drama love sequence in season 5.
It's not even that many love sequences, is there?
No, not like Game of Thrones. It was like titties and sex.
What did I watch actually? Oh God. I can't even remember what it's called now. Nah, keep going. It wasn't very good, but there was like gratuitous sex. It was it had. Do you remember in Hot Fuzz the businessman actor? No. Okay. I think it's Jessica Alba as well in it. It's like a TV show, and it's like the mummy werewolf universe, the Frankenstein universe.
Penny Dreadful or something?
Yeah, Penny Dreadful, that's it, yeah.
I've heard things about it, but I haven't watched it.
It was really weird. It's all the dialogue's really esoteric. It's all like, all of it. It's all like Shakespearean. Not Shakespearean, it's really esoteric. It's not like normal conversation. It's like, and it was kind of a novelty, you know, but
But after season 4, you're like,
we as a group must go and face our blah 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 into the, go into the eye of the thing, and you must face the da da da.
It's not people talk.
No, it's not people talking. It's like this, it's really weird. But they had like just constant like sex.
Yeah.
Sex. So there was one point where the guy that has the picture that makes him immortal.
Oh, up in his is that a Stephen King novel? What is that?
It might
from?
be a Stephen King novel.
Yeah, and the picture is how old they are.
Yeah. God,
But they're
what's his
really
name?
young?
Yeah, well, so at one point, he's had sex with one of the male characters. The male character's current girlfriend. Right, all separately, right? And also the other girl that's pining for the male character.
Just spreading the herpes around. Everybody.
Herpes and syphilis for you and me.
There aren't that many shows with like hardcore sex in them anymore. I feel like.
I think it took its notes from like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, even Game of Thrones toned it down and started getting more popular. But let's not talk about Game of Thrones anymore. So yeah, in conclusion, once again, a great building block to all the madness that's about to ensue. They've flown through the fucking portal to the unknown mystery.
Just when you thought things couldn't get any more chaotic,
everything's thrown up in the air.
Through everything got resolved, and then it just unleashed a bunch more stuff with non-contrived reasons. Right?
New characters introduced which work and keep it fresh. And the odd sci-fi elements have just like amped up to 100. We went from like hard sci-fi to like fucking weird, fucking odd, crazy sci-fi.
Like high fantasy or high sci-fi. Or
yeah. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe. Let's pause the camera so they're two separate videos.